Hey guys, Desolate Magic here, and oh, look what they added to Arena today, a historic challenge. And you might look at this and be like, are there no rewards? How does this work? Well, it says, for more information, check here. So let me switch over my recording to the browser. All right, so when you click the link, this is where they bring you. We got the April 2020 Historic Challenge. This is they call it a challenge, it's really like a tournament. Let's see, then we got the January Historic Challenge. All right, there we go. So I don't know if this has a day two. I don't think it does. It just runs for 3 days, and then this is the reward structure. So one thing is, though, you might have noticed in the last 5 days that it isn't April or January. It is, in fact, September. My allergies are going ballistic past the point where what medication could fix, and pumpkin spice is already out everywhere. So I noticed it's September. Apparently Wizards didn't, so let's just, I don't know, I guess pretend it's April? This does seem to match up, so you can enter with 10,000 gold or 2,000 gems, and then every single level gives you a gold reward. If I knew that that's the point where we were starting at, I wouldn't have a problem with them doing, if you bought in with gems, you can win gems, and if you bought in with gold, you can win gold. It would seem like a dick move, but like I said, knowing that this is where they're starting from, okay. So if you get 0 wins, oh my gosh. You should be expected if you're an average, very good, talented enough player to play at a competitive level and you've got a pretty good deck, you should expect to go 3-3 because, you're as good as anybody else. Now, there is variance. There's bad draws. There's bad mulligans. You could go 0-3. It's not impossible. I've never done it. But, the last, 2-day tournaments where it was $2,000, so similar to this, but with the day 2. I went 5-3 and 4-3, which I thought was pretty good. I mean, the rewards were crap, obviously. This one, it really takes off at 5 wins because this one you get 4. Well, let's just read this because I want to show you what they did. This is borderline illegal levels of manipulative, but whatever. So you get 4 historic ICRs, individual card rewards, and a Platinum Angel sleeve. So that you get that no matter what. So 1 win, you get 1,000 gold on top of it. 2 wins, you get 2,000 gold. 3 wins, you get a pathetic 3,000 gold, which is 30% of your buy-in back in some ICRs. Oh boy. And some sleeves though, so it's like, okay, cool. Then at 4 wins, they changed this as a way longer line. They changed it to the exact same thing. It's 4 historic rare individual card rewards, parentheses ICRs. That's the same thing you have written right here. You just made the line look longer. And this is the same shit as right. Are you kidding me, Wizards? So all they did was change the 3,000 gold to 4,000 gold, and they rewrote it so that the line looks bigger. So that, if I beat the spread, I get a bigger reward. No, you get a bigger sentence. What the hell? This is where you want to be. That can't have been on accident. That had to have been some kind of manipulative nonsense. I don't know if they think we can't read or I don't know. It's typical Wizards of the Coast. So at 5 wins, you get 8 historic booster packs, entire booster packs. Oh yes. So then you go to 12, you go to 20, and you go to 40. Then the gold goes to 8,000, 10,000, 15,000. So I'd say probably around 4 or 5 is where you pretty much get your money back. So it's not bad. It's not a bad structure. It's a lot more generous than the $2,000 one, in my opinion. But anyway, okay, here is why you shouldn't enter it. All right, so I thought, let's just jump in, run a couple test games, and if they go all right, because I haven't played Historic in forever, I don't really know if the meta shifted. I kind of doubt it. We haven't had a new set. And I'm actually going first, so I thought, okay, let's just see how this game goes, and then if I get a couple wins with my Shrine and Gate deck, which is pretty baller, I'll jump in. But honestly, this deck has maybe a 60% win rate normally, but this is what's going to happen to you if you join the tournament and get past about 2 or 3 wins, that you will get matched up against 100% people playing this trash. So it's turn 3. Here we go. You watching this? Turn 3. Ready for this? Because you're not ready for this. I'm answering that question for you. So they have effectively won the game on turn 3. This would not be acceptable in Modern. By their own standards, Modern games have to go to turn 4. Now, effectively won versus not okay, and I could have blown them a new ass if I got a Gates Ablaze, except for Marwyn, and then I could have dealt with Marwyn with Gatebreaker, and I probably would have won. So this was a closer match than you think. I was 1 Gates Ablaze away from winning, but yeah, turn 4, there it is. So technically I lose on turn 5. Oh, perfectly acceptable, right? There's nothing wrong with this deck then. The game went to turn 5. No, the game was over on turn 3. Okay, that's why I hate it when people say that, oh no, they didn't win on turn 3. They won on turn 3. Shut the hell up. I mean, let's say I had a 3-cost board wipe, and even Gates Ablaze wouldn't be able to take that out. Say, I'm out of here. Goodbye. So that's like the legacy and vintage level broken degeneracy that you can expect at highly competitive Historic, and that deck is a little bit slower and less consistent, less power than a Goblin deck. So people in the previous video, when I said historic is 100% elves and goblins, people said, no, you're wrong. I've seen people play other stuff. It's more varied than that. No, what happened is that historic is ranked and everybody running elves or goblins is now rated mythic. So you aren't playing against them because you aren't rated mythic. They're still probably 90% of the format. It's a joke. The fact that we went through an entire historic ban without them dealing with goblins or elves is astonishing, except wait a minute, count how many of those cards were in historic anthology. They did this shit on purpose. They added elves to historic on purpose. Whose fault is this? Whose fault is that deck right there? Wizards of the Coast did this to you on purpose. They added this to the game because they thought that elves would be a wonderful, awesome tribal to add to the game when it's one of the most hated tribals in the history of the game, right up there with Slivers. There's even a multi-format deck archetype called Elf Ball, and you just saw it with your own eyes. And it's entirely because of the anthology sets. This is why Wizards can't be trusted to do a Horizon set, because last time when they were like, let's make a new thing, a couple cards, just a little group of cards that are brand new, and throw them into the modern format. And then all they do is they're like, what's been broken and degenerate in the past, and what's already tier 1 that we could really, really break by giving it a free upgrade? Okay, let's do all that. That's literally their basis for these anthology sets for Historic. Historic is broken, it's irreparable. It's going to be an abandoned format in a year. It's a joke. Just why would you go do a historic tournament that's 10,000 coins or 2,000 gems? That's not worth your time. It's not worth your money. It took me one game to realize that I'm not entering this bullshit. I'm going to go do like yard work or something. I'd rather go suck up some more allergens into my nose today than play historic. And we're already at like, I want to take 2 Benadryl and sleep all day levels of allergy apocalypse. So I'm going to go cut the lawn actually, and I'll see you guys next video. Don't fucking participate in this degenerate trash.